however close or far away you want to be. Hello. Hello. Did you hear them this morning?
Yeah.
Going crazy. It's funny, in the morning they make noises more like. Okay, so we'll tune in. So we'll rub our hands together. And I always like to have a prop, like a cushion, which helps to have our knees moving down. It's just, even people who have been practicing for a lot of years, it's always good to do it. And it just helps, it elongates the vertebrae up and helps us to sit up straighter, so the energy will move upwards, up the spine. Bring your palms, press them together, press your thumbs into the sternum. We'll roll our shoulders a couple of times, up and down. And we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to use a mantra, and if you don't know it, it's okay. It's called Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. This connects us to the teacher inside, the guru, the leader, the guru. It opens the space for our practice today, and it's like a portal. So you know how here we opened the portal when you first came to the retreat, because the more intense the space we hold, the faster we can remove the stuff and transform. It's just like if you bring your whole self to the mat and you're doing it with like passion and you're like, yeah, you're going to change fast. But if you're just like kind of looking over here and looking at your phone, it's not a held space, so we don't change as fast. So we use the frequency to open the space, and then as we do this practice, which is tantric yoga, it doesn't matter if you can't do a pose, or as you said, you modified, because it's moving of energy. So we use mantra in it, which moves energy the fastest. It's actually sound. That is the quickest way to shift from the head into the heart, which is where we can heal and where we can connect and open up. It's the fastest way. It's sound. We wouldn't know it, would we? Because we haven't been educated that sound's medicine. So it's sound, movement, and breath. That's the three things that we're going to do, which is the three pillars of Kundalini yoga. Hello. And this chicken's making sound. They maybe know, like, it's how interesting it, like how animals make, and it's so healing.
Yeah.
The sound. It's the same with us. We're just going to make a sound, which is a very high frequency, which heals us, and it moves. It allows us to move from this like, he didn't message back and blah blah blah, and all this contraction, to just like, expansiveness. So just think of it like that, because it's going to sound a bit weird, like Om. And I'm going to be, when we chant, it's O-N-G. It's not Om. Om is passive. This lineage is active. It's like, I want to do something with my life. I don't want to like create movies. I want to create a business. I want to magnetize my soulmate. I want to, like, it's active, and it activates our Shakti, which is the feminine energy, which is, everyone has it. It's a volcano, it's a lightning strike, it's our creativity, it's the Kundalini energy, which is traversing through our body. But in a lot of us, it's just stuck. And the more that we activate the mother power, the more we radiate, the more we can magnetize, the more we shine out, the more stronger our aura is, the more influence we have. It's more energy. So this lineage, we don't have to do like heaps of rigorous exercises, but because we chant, we breathe, and we listen to the mantras, it's tantric, and it's tantra, so the energy weaves through us and we just feel elevated hugely. And doing anything in the world, I'm not sure if are you still acting, or are you
not at the moment. I was doing stand-up comedy and things like that, so I may go back into it next year, but I'm thinking I'm actually going to do a youth services diploma, so maybe work with youth.
Oh wow, yeah. So with that, like with children or acting, we got to have activated energy, isn't it? Otherwise, they probably won't listen, you know, or being an actress, it's so much about it's our energy rather than even the words in it. So that's what we'll do now. And whatever you feel is the thing you want to let go of or gain, we'll just, you can even tune in now, even just close your eyes, and the block of whatever is the biggest block in your life, the thing, whether it's finances or relationship or confidence or health, you can even close your eyes and just like scan your body, scan around yourself and feel like, where is this block? Where's like the heaviness, the ickiness of, you know, the guy, like guys don't, you know, come to me, or like they're assholes, or the money doesn't come to me, or you know, I can't find my purpose, or whatever the main block is. Where is it sitting in our aura? Where is that heaviness, that ickiness? It's literally, it's sitting somewhere. It's not just like in the brain.
Exactly.
So this is amazing. This is, if we have the advanced, because you advance ability to go like, okay, the money block's like kind of this worried, heavy, dark energy, like here. When we practice, focus on just disseminating and just opening and cracking and just clearing and healing and moving that, and start to move that. So that's just what I want to leave us with as we start. So as we practice, we press our palms together and come back to that part of yourself and push energy through there and maneuver it and open it up and make it malleable so that things shift in your matrix, in your life. It'll shift. And every day when you come on your mat, again, it's an advanced practice that I'm saying. You have the awareness, because you've been practicing meditation, to just blast energy at that part and move it, and things will shift because you're moving the blocks of the energy in your physical body, your mind, your spirit, and your aura. And that's the power of woman. Women are weavers, like a spider, where we're weaving the nest of the home. We're the center point of the family. People hooking into us. We are the creator. We are the woman. We have the womb. You know, like, this is very real. This is the power that we have that perhaps wasn't given to us. So let's tap into that power today with tuning in. Inhale and feel like Ong, it's O-N-G, like feel the brain vibrating. We want to vibrate higher. Inhale to tune in. Inhale deep. And we're going to squeeze the energy up. So you're going to pull the pelvic floor muscles in and up, your belly button in and up, and it's like a Kegel lock. The energy is going to go up, like the heat will be rising up. Chin in, look up. And then slowly release the arms, the hands, and the neck down. And inhale. And exhale. We'll do some warm-ups with the breath. So you're going to squeeze your shoulders up and drop them down. And as we start, as you drop the shoulders down, place that prayer, place that intention for the healing, whatever you're moving, whatever you're overcoming today, whatever you're beaming out of you. It's a prayer, you're beaming it out. You're just commanding this. So there's no lack of supply, there's just a lack of demand. We're not demanding enough, we're not asking for things. Popping that intention out. And when you're ready, starting to move the shoulders with the breath, squeezing them up and dropping them down. So kind of pumping the belly. It's rapid breathing, nice, relax the jaw, the neck. Let's do a handful more. You're welcome to close the eyes and start to focus at the third eye, which is in the middle of the eyebrows. Okay, you're going to squeeze the shoulders in now. And you're going to squeeze your energy up. So squeeze your belly, your pelvic floor, in and up. Feel heat rise. Really good. And then slowly release the rectum, belly, sex organ down with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's place our hands on our shoulders, straighten the spine, pull the shoulders back, and start to twist the spine. Inhale left, exhale right. Really good, really lovely. Yeah, the head's going with the shoulders, that's right. And you're breathing really deeply through the nose. Your face is relaxed, your jaw, and you're focused on the third eye. Perfect. We'll do a few more now. When we come to the center, deep breath in. Pull the shoulders back and squeeze those locks in and up. Pelvic floor, belly button, chin in. Perfect. Eyes up. You feel like you're lifting up, and then you slowly release that pressure of pulling the energy up. And you slowly release the hands down. Let's shake our legs out. going to reach your arms up and grab your big toes. Squeeze your big toes. Perfect. Yep, your feet are touching together and you're going to move down and up. The forehead will move towards the big toes. You'll breathe nice and deeply through the nose. You got it. And now what I want you to focus on is pressing the knees into the mat and flexing the toes back. Lovely. Now I want you to squeeze your big toes. And now focus on your third eye. Now deepen the breath through the nose. Breathe in a little bit more as you come up and exhale a bit more as you go down. Let's just do 10 more. Beautiful. Coming up slowly. Just relax back. Take a few breaths. Slowly breathe. Come onto your hands and your knees. Open your hands wide underneath the shoulders. Have your big toes touching. Yep. And stick your butt out and inhale up through the nose. Then exhale, chin to chest. How far you can go. Again, stick your butt out. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, breathe out. Now I'm going to ask you to go faster if you're able to go faster and keep the rhythm. You got it. You're really good at this. So you're opening all the chakras, all the vertebrae. You're really pumping that air through the spine. This is a great one to do if you don't have enough time leaving the house and you want to have like a coffee for the day and clear energy and clear your aura. Is this one. Keep moving the head with it. Good. Bring the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Touch it to the roof of the mouth and stare at your third eye. And start to chant in your brain, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. As you inhale, Sat. As you exhale, Nam. Last little bit. Now inhale, look up. Squeeze the energy up, pull the locks, the belly, the pelvic floor. And then exhale all the air out, chin to chest, squeeze up. Inhale, come into child's pose. Relax your buttocks to the heels, open the knees wider. And you can press the hands forward in a prayer pose. It'll connect your left and right hemispheres of your brain. Breathing deep through that nose. Just take a little rest here so all the fresh blood will go to your brain and feed your brain. And one more breath. come up and sit on your heels. This is going to be an awesome one for you because it's going to sound funny because this is a fist of anger.
Yay.
So this it's good for me as well, don't worry. I got a lot of anger coming up. Woo! Let's celebrate the anger.
Cool.
So, but anger is like actually awesome.
Yeah.
It just moves shit forward. It
Yeah.
just really gets like the passion and like, we just don't want it, of course, to be like stuck in there because what happens is it just eats you away. And it's actually, hello. It's actually one of the biggest blocks in our life. It's childhood anger, and it's called white rage, and it's stuck in our body. And just, you know, maybe you were like, "Ooh, look at this, mom," and you're like pulling it apart, like, yeah, and then she's like, "No," and then you're like, "Oh, F you, I don't want to do that," and it's like stuck in our body, and this causes self-sabotage because we're trying to like run a business, or you know, you're going to talk, and then you know, maybe your heel breaks, or maybe you get something in your eye, or someone's coming late and you're like, fuck, and then like this rage, and like it makes you get blocked. It's things trigger it, and if we don't clear it, we can just be self-sabotaging because we can't move the energy through. We don't understand what's happening. So it's a really like good just light bulb moment of like, oh, it's actually like childhood anger, which everyone has. There's nothing to be shameful if we have anger, and we're just got to release it from the body and like lighten the load so that when the pressure hits, we don't get like jarred. We just like we breathe, and we've got space to deal with the pressure, and we don't sabotage ourselves. So anything coming up from that? Is that kind of landing? Like,
oh yeah.
Heads, it's all good. Let's just get into it. Yeah. So I understand that you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, place the thumb underneath the pinky mound, make a fist, and we're going to do this. Before we do that, that's the movement, because there's all these big energy centers here, and it's like a gear stick. We're just like oiling the gear stick of our system. Our system is not just the mind and the body. We have a soul, we have intuition, we have pranic body, we have subtle body, we have all these different parts that we're not taught. So we have to clean them every day, like brushing the teeth. And when we do that, we have a chance to actually respond, not react. We can create our life. Most people live their whole life.
React.
It's just like, like they get up, they're like, what did you do that for? It's just like, it's really funny. And it's just a whole reaction. And that's okay, but that's not creative. That's destructive energy. So we're either like in creative energy or destructive energy. And these practices take us quickly, very fast, from that destructive energy into creative energy. So it's going to clean the stuff and open the energy channels so that we do feel creative. We do have space to have creative thought and implement it. And instead of not doing the practices, we're like shut down, we're heavy, and then you have a creative thought, and then you have a self-doubt, and then you're tired, and then you sabotage, and then you feel hopeless, and then you don't feel confident. It's just like a endless cycle. But if we have energy, the stuff will happen, and then you'll have the strength to breathe in and then just like not react. You're like, oh, awesome. Like, and then you're like, wow, I could create something, you know, instead of. So we're going to do a breathing. This is hilarious, isn't it? We're going to do a breathing technique, and it's so funny. It's going to be breathing in and out of the mouth. So bring your hand on your belly, and we're going to go. So the belly will pull in as the air will go out of the mouth. Perfect, you got it. And it will kind of just bounce in and out. It's equal in and equal out. You have it, that's perfect. It's twice a second, good. You have it. Great. Try and have the mouth round like a real strong round, so it's because the more air you move, the quicker we change, because the fastest way is to change is through the breath and sound. Like we can change through the body, through like stretching, just takes a lot longer because it's heavier energy. So we quickly move the energy and then we have a different thought, a different feeling, a different action, and we change as a person. So we're going to start to do it. Really good. No longer than 3 minutes in one session. You can do it multiple times a day, morning and night, but no longer than 3 because it's too strong for the nervous system. We're going to listen to Ekankar Satguru Prasad. This mantra brings us from duality, from that sabotage and self-doubt, into our divinity. Listen to the mantra, let it soak through all of your cells and open up space. Really good. And you can get angry now. It's a time, and this is the only exercise that we have, which is like, get angry now, get frustrated, get rage for whatever anyone did, how they treated you. Let it come up and let it come out of us. If you are on your cycle or pregnant, do long deep breaths. This breath will be too hard for you. Last minute, let it out. Interlace your hands, reach up. Squeeze up, reach up. Kind of breath, 2 more. Reach up, squeeze your rectum, belly, sex organ. Rise up above lower vibrations. Detox it out. 1 more. Your stay still. Inhale. Relax, stay still. Inhale. Exhale. Feel yourself expanding. That's what's happening. You're just like a radio antenna, and your energy, and you're building your energy, you're building your aura, which means you can hold more things, pressure or money or relationships, or it's prosperity. So we're charging we're like a turbine, we're just charging at a positive energy, not all that negative energy. There's so much negative energy on the planet at the moment that we have to hunt and we have to generate positive energy. It's not hard. You just do the practice and it comes in through the universe. It's just coming into us, and we get brighter every day. We get brighter every day. And then someone doesn't even message us anymore who is draining us, or they can't, or they see us and they just like can't even engage because they're on such a different frequency. So this is a frequency technology. This is really advanced, that we're only at the tip of the iceberg of this. And it's just because, you know, there's mainstream media and it's obviously controlled, and like we're just fed that, and we rope learn at school. And so we're never told we have an intuition. We're never told we have 16 times more radiance than men, a self-sensory system that we can activate and maneuver like a gear stick and manifest things and project things out to people or close our energy off. We're never educated in this. So when you do the practices, you'll start to experience things like just, you know, thinking of someone, they call you, or you can project out your intention, like instead of just in la la land, like thinking about your next cigarette, or, you know, about problems, we start to clear it out in the practice. And then you'll start to think, what do I want to create? What do I want to add to the earth? Because everyone that comes here, and yourself, you want to add something to the earth. That's clear. That's what your soul wants to do. So you get to choose what you add. And you've already added a beautiful sun to the earth. You've already done that. Massive achievement. Now it's like, what else are you going to add? So that's how I want you to think. Like, instead of, I don't think it's your role to, like, perhaps it could be, but you know, some people's role is to argue, is to debate and stand up for people, and they're in the front line kind of fight at the moment. A lot of us, like sensitive souls, we're here to shine our heart out, and we're here to create, and we're here to elevate ourselves and then elevate others, whether it's acting, whether it's raising a child, whether it's starting a side business, whether it's being a mom again, or whatever, or creating an amazing home you welcome people into. So that's, and with this technology, like we can, because we elevate ourselves in the morning, and then, you know, like you go up just to get a coffee these days, and it's just like boom, 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 there's all this craziness everywhere. But you're kind of like, you're elevated, and it doesn't really get in that much.
Yeah.
And you were protected. So let's do another. We're going to do Swan Kriya. So have your hands in front of your knees, and you're going to move down like a swan. So you're going to have your head come down, and then you're going to inhale up through the nose. This is awesome to unlock your spine. So exhale down, inhale up. Breathing through your nose. This is really good. As this is another standalone exercise to do in every day if you want. It's really graceful. It's really effective to unlock our spine so that we're creative, radiant, energized, beautiful. Got to unlock the spine every day. Move that breath. Really, really good. You're very good at these poses. That's actually called like cannon's breath. So just think of look like a crazy scientist or something. Like, hello. We're yogis. We're going to do breath of fire through the nose, and that's how we do it. So have your hand on your belly, yep, and just relax, straighten your spine, tuck your chin in, relax the belly. Like don't hold the belly in. And we're going to do the same breath as just before, pumping your belly twice a second through the nose. So it does snap in, but it's an equal in and out. Instead of it like fast and slow, it's just because that gives you the ability to just not get tired. And we can do it for like an hour. So pulling it in and out. I mean, if you've got a lot of food in your belly or I do as well, actually. I just had a cheese sandwich. I was being really naughty. I'm like, I'm just gonna have a cheese sandwich. Anyway, so we'll just be pulling the belly in and out. So you don't have to do it as much if you've got no food in there in the morning, you go harder, but we might just want to go softer now. That's what it is. And you'll feel heat generating, and this is a very anti-aging breath. If you want to have like, even if getting younger and younger, we can look younger as we're getting older, honestly, like because it pumps the oxygen into your blood, which is like the youth. It's like so we don't get sick as well. It's so youthing, this breath. It plumps your skin. We're gonna have our hands into the fingers now, and this is called ego eradicator. This is like a fundamental pose. Awesome. Have your hands like poking out a little bit so that you're gonna feel a stretch in the meridian here. The energy will be flushing through here. Breath of fire. Really good. Have your chin in a little bit. Have your shoulders relaxed and have your heart open. Yeah, and arms up a little bit more. Yeah, that's you're very good at this. You are a natural at this. Usually close the eyes and we train ourselves to look straight through that third eye, straight through that beaming out. What are we creating? What is our vision? What is our mission? What's our future look like? What life are we creating? What are we adding to the world? Instead of complaining, what are we gifting to the world? Really good. Keep those arms really straight. You can start to chant Sat Nam as you breathe in your brain. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Amazing. Raise your arms up, interlace your thumbs together, spread your fingers out, squeeze up, reach up. Sweep the aura, slowly release down, feel the energy moving. Inhale. Exhale, just stay still, expand your aura, take up more space, change your reality by changing your energy. This helps with boundaries as well. The more like pumped up we are, our aura, our vitality, our battery power, the more strong we feel, especially as women, and the more we can have our boundaries up. Like we do the practice and you feel like flying high, and then someone's treating you like crap. It's just like, but if we don't do the practice and we feel lower, then that seems normal and patterns can keep going. So this is an indirect way to heal ourselves. It's not like talking to a psychologist for years or a shrink, or which is okay, but do we really want to be talking to someone for years?
Yeah,
Not really. So that's like the old model. This model is just like this is humanology, what we're learning. This is a massive, like I could teach you things for 40 years. There's so many teachings to share. But just in a nutshell, it's, do we want to talk about our problem, hit our head against the brick wall and say like, the relationships are shit, or like this suffering's coming up, or the finances is just frustrating me and this and that, and just going on about it? You can't solve the problem at the same energy, the same consciousness that's battling the problem. You just have to raise up. So these practices, it's good to talk, it's good to have a bit of a chat to someone that can hold space, a therapist. Then you just get to action as well. So we just say like, yeah, la la, which is a therapy, talking, but then we do the practices to weave the energy through our system, and you elevate yourself, and then we have different thoughts, because thoughts that we know like thousands of years ago, the yogis know, and we know that we have thousands of thoughts every blink of the eye. It sounds crazy, but we do, because the mind is a computer. It's the most powerful thing that we own in our machinery. It's the mind. That's why the TV programs us, because that's how to control people with just a broadcast. So we're broadcasting a very high energy with the mantras, with tuning in, with chanting, with it's a broadcast. It's like watching a program, and you're going to program yourself to open a beauty magazine and go, oh, my boobs aren't that big, that's a program. Or do you program yourself for prosperity and empowerment? So just have a think of it like that. And if it sounds weird, or if the practices are different, just think of its power. Everyone's hunting for power. Power is energy. Everyone wants energy. People are after our energy. They want to hook into our energy. And just have a think, like, how can you get power? How can you get energy? How can you get high frequency thoughts? How can you get confidence? How can you get self-belief? How can you, and so like for me, I feel good when I cover my head. I feel good when I have a cold shower. I feel good when I do this every morning. I feel good when I pull my locks up. I feel good when I put natural things on and have white cotton on. I feel good when I put oils in here. I feel good when I have like organic food. And so that's like getting power. Ultimately just an energy source, like from the sun. So just have a think like that, like what's giving me, and it may be different. Like you may like to do a bit of this and a bit of hatha yoga, or a bit of tai chi and swimming and this. Like everyone's different. So you just do you just awake, or what you're awakening through practice, who you are and what is giving you the most power, and like who in your life, even like how are they making you feel, and you'll become even more sensitive through the practices, and it'll become just like night and day when you hang out with someone, or when you go into a cafe, and just like the vibe that you get, and you're like, oh, it's not going there anymore. Like it's because you've opened your system up and you've cleared the chaos out from the past, and from a lot of the time from our family, or from crazy school teachers, or whatever the stuff happened in our life. And then we have the ability to listen to the soul, which is like the little quiet voice that says like, get out of there. You can't hear it, it's too much craziness. So that's like in a nutshell what's happening here. So let's do a couple more exercises. I'm just thinking how long we've been going for. It's doing an hour, so let's do a breathing. Let's take your right hand, bring your left hand into Gyan Mudra. Your left fingers are straight, and then they're going to press downwards like that. And the right hand, block the right nostril, sit up straight, tuck your chin in, and you're going to breathe through the left nostril nice and slow all the way in and all the way out, perhaps 1 second slower on the exhale. This is a left nostril breath, and this is the breath that most of us need more. We need cooling, calming, soothing, feminine, receptive, receiving. We've got to feel worthy to receive. It's the worthiness. If that's ringing a bell for anyone listening, for you listening to this, are we worthy? Whether it's relationship, money, that's a key block for a lot of us. It's like, we don't really feel, maybe I'm not enough, and we block out love, we block out the, the loving person, or the opportunity, or the growth. So this breath will help you to receive. It's the feminine, it's the receptiveness. Whenever you're feeling frazzled, stressed, too much energy, do this breath. Looking down at the tip of your nose. Notice your thoughts brightening and slowing down. As you exhale, release the negative energy, past any heaviness. And as you inhale, pop out the prayer of, hey, I can receive more, I'm open. I'm receiving newness, freshness, creativity, love. We're going to put our hands over our heart. Adkorename is a really popular mantra, and it's all to do with protecting the heart and putting a protective field around our heart. And if we're going to be really open and loving, which we are, we also need equal and opposite protection. We need to really be discerning. Are people being receptive? Are they giving us back the love and support? Are they there for us like we're there for them? Are they holding space for us? So this mantra is really important right now on the planet. This was given by the master who said you have to have a technology to not fall down in this time, to not go depressed or insane or crazy, because the negativity, the chaos, it's very heavy. And sound, the quickest and the most powerful medicine to raise our frequency and to be in the heart. So this mantra is called the heart protection mantra. And actually it's in the top of the Facebook group. You'll click the Facebook group and in announcements you'll see it. You print it out, or I can send to you.
Is it in the workbook?
It is in the workbook. Awesome, you've got it. Okay, so it's in there. Have a look at that. Maybe print it out, pop it on your wall. It'll sound like weird words, but it'll be like a week to learn if you listen to it every day, and then you just start to know it. This is really good when you leave your house, when you're going to go into the shopping center, when you're going to drive your car, even before you go to bed. You just chant it, and we chant it to the right. Like the master was asked, where do we chant it? Because it's really important. Like it wouldn't sound like it's important, but it's literally putting energy and protection and it's into your aura. So if you're like chanting it over there, that's not going to be good, because the subtle energy is like the most powerful. Like see how like you can, that dense, like you can see that, but you can't see me chanting it there, but that's the most powerful thing. It's the subtle energy, it's our intuition, it's our radiance, it's our, you can't see it, it's the thoughts. Thoughts are like very powerful, but we don't really know that, do we? So when we chant it now, chant it to the right, to the back, to the left, to the front. So I'll just demonstrate. I'll just chant it for us once, and this is so that you and your wife can just quickly do it before you drive your car or whatever. So let's inhale. So have a look. Ad Godainame, Jugad Godainame, Sat Godainame in the front, Siddhi Guru Devainame. And this it's building up our aura, like a weightlifting. We are every day, and then our life starts to change. So that's new for you, but if you replay this, and you'll just know to do that. So Ad Godainame, Jugad Godainame, Sat Godainame, Siddhi Guru Devainame. We'll do one more. An Godainame, Jugad Godainame, Sat Godainame, Siddhi Guru Devainame. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll listen to it now. You don't have to chant it to the sides now. Just feel your heart. Feel yourself connecting to your heart. your heart feels heavy or hurt or happy or sad, open, closed, broken, bright. See how your heart's feeling today. Put a prayer out into the universe for your heart. Ask your heart, what does it need?
Feel all of the blessings that are already with you and feel them flooding into your heart, into your awareness. And as we sing Nome, which means I bow to each blessing, to each gift from the divine.
You deep breath into the heart. Biggest breath, press your hands into your heart and just say a word or a couple of words that come up for what you're declaring, whether it's creativity, love, peace, fun, play, sensuality, radiance, whatever feels right. And just exhale. Do one more breath in, deep breath in. Feel yourself expand. Just press this frequency into your heart. Just anchor this in and say a word or a couple of words. Pop a prayer in there for how you're going to show up after this. What I say is playful, prosperous, and playful, prosperous, magnetic. Exhale. Let's just do one more. Maybe a word will come. This is how you're being now. This is how you're showing up. This is what you're commanding. This is your creative future. This is how you are in the world. You're not a role. You choose who you be. So declare that now, whether it's one word or later, you write down a couple of words in your journal.
Safe and radiant.
Let's breathe into that. Just gaze out of your third eye and see what you can see. Tune into your higher self. Have a look into what is coming through for what words you said. How are you being? How are you walking? How are you dressing? How are you expressing? How are you acting? How are you cooking, cleaning, relating? How are you engaging with your son? How are you holding yourself? How do you value yourself? How do you feel about yourself? How does that look? What clothes do you wear? Tune into your higher self. Let her come into you now. Let your higher self melt into your cells, expand your aura, radiance, peace. you can lay down. I'm going to get a blanket, cover you, stay inside, close your eyes.